But I am going live in 3, 2, 1. Greetings, salutations, bienvenue, buenos dias, whatever it is you understand, how you doing. I'm here in good spirits and good health and thankful for it all. God makes it all possible. Therefore, you get to see me. And you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm the boss, you're not, and don't get mad about that. Just be glad you got one. Day 3. We're locked in, people. We can't go nowhere. It is what it is. Not complaining about it. It's all preventive. Things are already out of hand, and there's no need in making it worse by trying to go and do things that we all know are not safe to do. So we're on full-on lockdown. We didn't even go out for our 2-hour exercise today, but there's plenty of exercise that you can do inside, so there's no excuse. But as far as going out, no, didn't really go out. Took trash out. Aside from that, inside all day, eating shit, watching shit, exercising, stuff like that. Time is passing, and, it's time to make the most of it. But like I said and have said before, you have online measures of learning stuff, getting certifications, doing online classes, brushing up on things that you need to know, things you're not certain of that you do that's professional and or career-based. You can be doing that. There's no excuse to sit around twiddling your thumb, complaining about what you can't do. And when you was out there, you complained about not being able to be home. So damn it, you mixed up anyway. You're all twisted up. You're wrong. And I'm not going to validate that shit. I won't. You have to admit when you're wrong. Trust me, I'm a boss certified. I've been told you, let me tell you something. Let me talk to you about something. Real talk. I fucks up. I do. I am wrong at times. Rarely, but at times I am wrong. I make mistakes. We all do. The bad part about it is when you act like you don't and you blame it on your pride or your manhood wouldn't let you admit in front of your woman you're wrong. You're driving in the wrong direction. You don't want to ask nobody for the next thing you know, you're in a whole nother city or state, your zip code, you ain't had no business being there. Pride coming before the fall. You see where you done made a mistake. If it's worth it, involving people you care about, stop, reconcile, repent, whatever you got to do. Get back on the right track and get it together. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Let me tell you something. Right now, there are people on here who can validate, they can come on live right now, I'll admit it, who heard me say to the effects of this whole COVID-19 thing was going to be, knocked out. I said something to the effect of warmer weather coming along and this, that, and other thing. Now, I ain't said that shit Trump said now. Don't put me in that boat because A, I ain't the president. B, that's his ass. But I know I said something to the effect of how I felt. Things were going to be handled, taken care of, and it wasn't going to be no long ongoing thing. And I definitely didn't say nothing about what death tolls were going to be smaller, shorter, or less, or nothing like that, because who knew what the heck we was even dealing with? So I couldn't have said that, nor would I have. But I'm speaking to be optimistic. It is my job, and it is my position as the boss, as the biggest dog of them all, to say you do have a chance to help by staying inside, using preventive measures to do social distancing to help keep this from being as bad as it is. You do have the opportunity to stay inside when you don't have to be outside, avoid large crowds, and practice social distancing. I did say that because that was a part of the optimism I was trying to enforce in saying that to people. You can help by doing these things. So if you're optimistic, you believe like I believe, you got faith in God Almighty, knowing he can handle this and all things are small in his eyes, and he can make any and all things happen. So you are don't worry about this. Definitely don't stress about this. Don't get yourself worked up about something you can't do nothing about, and have a positive outlook. Now, I'm going to do that anyway. I ain't going to blow no smoke up your arse, but I will tell you something that I believe if you stay motivated and give it all to God, you're going to be all right in the end. Now, that ain't lying to you to say, oh, yeah, you look fine, and then looking the other way and laughing. I ain't saying that. Oh, this ain't no real disease. This virus thing is something somebody made up. It's a hoax. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I'm not authorized to do that. And if I was authorized, I still feel the need to get to you straight, lay it straight, like 6 o'clock or 9:15. That's the way I think it should be anyway. Now, if you talking about what was said in the administrative part of the world, telling you not to believe in this is really nothing. This is just, some Chinese gimmick like that doggone Chinese finger prison thing. Hell no, that ain't it. No, it wasn't that. It was serious all along, and it should have been taken seriously all along simply because of the effects it could have, and that didn't happen. Now, what do? I know. I'm sorry. We right down the road and we missing each other. That's so damn terrible. We got to practice the safety, but damn it, it is what it is. But anybody who was in the White House or the administration or whatever, blah, 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 they can't just come on here and say like what I'm saying and still expect to have friends. I can say that because y'all know me. I love y'all. Y'all love me. I wouldn't tell you nothing wrong. Not purposely. I may slip you a drink and it may make you drunk, but not to do nothing to hurt you. I wouldn't do that. What up, babe? I wouldn't hurt you.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't. I got some story. I got some people who can give you some story, but it'll all be in great fun. You might have got more drunk than you was wanting to, but nothing happened to you. I made sure I looked out for you and I had a place for you to sleep on the couch. You ain't had to go drive nowhere, but that's not the point. Stick to the script now. But people who gave you some false and understanding of how bad off we were, I understand that to a degree. If I'm sitting here and I got, I don't know, 1,100 people on my live right here. This is Facebook right here. This is YouTube. I'm looking at YouTube right now. I ain't just bullshitting. I ain't just looking away like I ain't paying you no attention. This is YouTube right here. And I say I got 800 people on this one right here. And I want to give some impression that ain't true. And I'm lying to you and I'm lying to you and I'm telling the same lie. I can do that as just somebody coming on YouTube and on Facebook, just telling you what I think, my opinion. Somebody who's standing at a podium in front of the Pentagon talking to the American public. Yes, I understand you have to try to be optimistic. You have to give faith to the people. You have to give the people something to look forward to. You have to give optimism to millions. And because of who you are, people take that as more than just face value. You got a job that requires you to know that. You can't afford to come up and tell your perception of what you think. You got to have the facts at your back. So my dog Donald Trump, now it's hard for him to come up here and be like, okay, I was wrong. I don't want to hear that shit now. Dude, we can tell now that you're wrong. Everything that's printed, everything on TV, everything on radio proves that you were wrong. But how do you come and say, yeah, man, I fucked up, man. I fucked that up. I fucked up. I fucked up. How do you say that? How can he say that? How do you turn around? You know what I'm saying? How can you tell somebody, somebody come by your house and be like, hey, you need me to get anything for you from the store? No, I don't need nothing. You sure? I'm about to go to the store right now. You need anything? No, I'm good. You sure? I said I'm sure, man. Leave me alone. Close my damn door. Okay. You go in the bathroom, drop your pants, get busy, and next thing you know, ain't a roll or nothing nowhere near you. Now you got shitty socks. Guess what? You just refuse. You just refuse to use what you have at your disposal, which is time to look and make sure. You ain't got but one chance to really do that a lot of times. But not when you writing mandates. You are signing off on law. You signing off on legislation. You got everybody at your disposal. Tell me the facts. Give me the truth. I'm gonna tell the American public what I want to tell them. You just tell me what the real deal is, because I have to know. One of these smart ass little damn reporters or journalists say something, I need to be able to come back with something slick. So just make sure I have the facts, and then I get them straight. But when you going out there just saying, it's probably just this, with a little heat, this shit gonna burn up. Please. You know how hot it get in Florida? You know how hot it get in Santa Fe, New Mexico? You know how hot it get in there, Tucson, Arizona? Man, please. We're gonna burn up this damn COVID so fast. We're gonna set COVID damn near on fire. It can't stand the heat. So just wait till about April, probably 1st of May. You just saying some shit, dog. You just said some shit. And now everybody got, it's on record. It's on camera, so people just rewinding it and playing it, rewinding and playing it. Okay, this man incompetent, he don't know what he's talking about, blah, blah, blah. He shot you a line and you believed it. Or he shot you a line and you didn't believe it. He made a mistake, and how do you come down from such a position to come and say, I fucked up. I was wrong. I was dead ass wrong. I was wrong at 2 left for the shoe. Damn, I fucked that up. Whoo! Let's go have a drink and forget about it. Not now. Not now. It's so far gone now. I got to start doing what I'm doing, which is what? Blaming other people. This shit, George Bush fault. Remember that little short fucker eating chicken wing with his shirt off, get all that oil? It's him. Him and that damn Obama. Damn Joe Biden. All of them fuckers, they tricked me when they sold me that damn car. They knew the shit was full of bees. I can't drive that. It's like, dude, I can't stand that. It's called blame shifting. I might have talked about it before. If you were paying attention, go back and find it. Well, I mentioned the words blame shifting. That's when no matter what you're saying, somebody else is at fault. No matter how much involvement you had, it was somebody else that tricked you too. I knew all along it was that fucking Moan Walker. It was Trevor Simone Walker. It wasn't me. I promise you it wasn't me. But you're the only one on camera because he was behind the camera. That's why you couldn't see him. But it was me a little bit and Trevor Simone Walker. It wasn't all me. Matter of fact, it was more him. That's why he was hiding so good. It's like, come on, man. Come on. We grown ups now. We big boys and girls. And yes, it's hard to say, that's going to make it hard or harder to repeat as president. Yeah, but so what? At least you came forward and made your name good again. Damn what America going to look like. America going to be all right because it is a unified conglomerate. You as a person, your name got to be as good as your word. And right now your word got so much shit on it that it's like, well, how could I ever listen to you again? And if you ever get caught on the spot, you're going to blame it on somebody because you will not own up and say, okay, this was me. This was me. This was on me. This was about me. Yeah, I fired everybody. I fired everybody who could have told me different, but shit, you know what? Hey, man, Moan, you know what I'm saying? I fired everybody who could have helped me. Man. Hey, I messed up. I messed up bad. But let's stick together. Let's get back on board and let's do this thing. You know what I'm saying? We still got a race to run. So, hell, you ain't going to fall out of the race. Everybody ain't going to just sit on the side of the road and die. You're going to keep on moving. Well, if you ain't in the front, then you got to follow the lead of whoever's leading. You know what I mean? He's elected. He's in there. Let's go with it, man. I damn sure wanted him to be right when he was saying what he was saying because it was like, yeah, you can be concerned right now, but just don't be so concerned to where you don't go live your everyday life. This will end soon, but everything ends soon. That ain't some shit you need from fucking Miss Cleo or some psychic. Everything gonna end soon. Trouble can't last always. So it's sure it's gonna be over with soon enough. So Q, I'm telling it like it is, not like it was. I'm the one, not the two. You know that. So having me a little glass of soursop, I sent you out about that too. Dr. CB, he'll keep you alive.
Why people always get on there and want to drink stuff and eat stuff as if that's what people get on there to see to do? I have no understanding of that.
Good question, little lady. Raise your hand if I kick you out of here like Trump. No. Thank you, everybody. Fuck her. I'm out. He did that the other day. That shit was cold-blooded. But I did mention earlier in the day about Dr. CB and his emphasis on drinking soursop. And I asked you to Google it. I ain't going to get on here and do a whole documentary about it, but just like I told her. And she did. She found out about it. But damn all that. Everybody make mistakes. It does, fare better if you can make good on your word, even if you mess up. All you can do is apologize and keep on going. I ain't gonna quit being the president. I'm still the president. So if you don't like, I still got this bread. No, CMOS too. Soursop is, look at Q, what I said. Google. It's worth a Google, fucker. Go Google it and you'll have two things you take. Yes, and they're both Dr. CB. He's sworn by both of them. But yeah. You know what? Yeah, for me to be optimistic, you're going to always have me giving you the brighter side of whatever's going on. I'm a glass half full kind of guy. If you're a glass half empty kind of person, you like to dwell on the negative, with me and you ain't going to talk long. But we will talk because I'm going to let you know that's what you're going to get from me. I'm gonna give you the brightest side of that. If there's a silver line in it, I'm gonna look for it. If it ain't there, it won't be because I didn't look for it. You know, like I was saying about you can't write nobody else's resume. If you don't believe in yourself, I'm telling you, you know what? I'm interviewing you for this job. I think you got what it takes. Well, I tend to be late a lot. Well, we're gonna have to get you an alarm clock. Well, I don't make a lot of errors, but I do make errors. Well, you're gonna have to work on that at home. Well, I don't really have a car. You know what? Fuck it. I ain't firing you because you ain't hired. Go home and consider where you do want to work and where you will try. Because you won't try here, and I see that now. So I know there's no way for me to win hiring you. If you can't sell yourself to me, I can't buy what it is that you're displaying in front of me. I know that you're one of those people. You're a glass half empty kind of person, and that's too bad. That's too bad. You know. Yeah, I'm optimistic. I want to give a brother a chance. I want to give a sister a chance. But I mean, if you can't sell it to me, what am I buying? What are we doing? What are we doing over here? Can't do it. Just can't do it. So, but things are still as they were. Like I said, we're going on day 3, 17 days left. Yeah, you know, it's supposed to be over in 20 days as far as this entire lockdown type deal. But we'll see. We'll see. Talking with some people today, they are very, very, very positive that it'll be longer than that. And what they're doing now will not be something that can be enclosed into a 20-day window and start displaying positive results. Matter of fact, the numbers, what's today, the 12th or the 13th? 13th. The 13th is today. The 12th was yesterday, and the numbers had increased more than they had 2 days ago. It's like, you know, we're not going to see the results that we want to see in just a 20-day window. At least that's somebody's perception as far as the numbers. But this is where we're at now. So day 3 of it, and we're just going to see what's going on. You call a number and get yourself on a list to go to the grocery store, and, you know, you get your ass to the grocery store. You grab them grits and groceries and knickknacks and peanut butter nabs and chips and get your ass back in the house. That's it. Back in the house. Back in the house. And you better not catch nothing. They're going to zap your ass, see if you got the doggone temperature. See if you got a temperature. See if you a little hot. They're going to feel up on it, or they ain't going to touch you. But this is how I check my temperature. This is how mama will check out. Put your hand on your neck. Boy, you kind of hot, ain't you? No, just a little sweat and get your ass in the truck. You're going to be quarantined, I'm telling you. They're going to quarantine you, fella. They're going to quarantine you. So, you know, go out, do what you got to do. You got the barcode that give you a certain amount of time out, and you get yourself back to the house and just, you know, sit tight and try to find those measures that I tell you about. You know, try to learn something. This much downtime got to be able to give you some benefit. Some benefit. I got so much stuff that I want to look up, so much stuff I want to look into. I try to get the exercise part of what I do out of the way, and then get online and then try to find out some information about some stuff that maybe I can use while I'm here, once I leave here, during this pandemic, after this pandemic. It's about if you go try. If you do, heaven forbid, if you look, you seek, and you shall black ass find. And damn it, you should look. Look. Shit, you can't look at porn all day. What's on YouTube? Everything is not a fight video. God knows I look at my shit. God knows I look at my shit. You know, but you done seen so many Jordan videos. You done seen Steph Curry make every 3. You done seen, you know, running backs you like to see. You done seen everything you could possibly see with this much time by now. You have to think, what could I be looking and learn something? What could I be looking at and actually take something away, you know, that helps me? My resume now has 3 different things on it that it didn't have at the beginning of this pandemic. Boy, you giving yourself a leg up. That's beautiful. You should do that. I encourage you to do that. Do it. Shit. I ain't lying. Yeah, well, anyway. That's my assistant over there. Wait, what you doing? What you doing?
Something to add to my resume, like you said.
You dead ass. If she listen to me, boy, she be in Calgary somewhere making some real money. But I digress. Nonetheless, we love you. We're going to pray for you. We know y'all out there just like we out here, and we all dealing with the same thing. Stateside, y'all should be getting somewhere on the lighter side of things because they're starting to open up things. Not that I would ever say, hey, we're going out there. Go and see what's going on. I would never say that to nobody. But they are opening up jobs that you probably was expecting to still be down. They're opening up shops, opportunities to go out there and practice the social distancing, practice, all of this, that, and other thing. But they're still saying go out there and see, go out there and try. We're going to give you an opportunity. And it's like, how can you not have faith and just go with it? How can you not go out there and make your money back? If you actually lost your job, some people, and I really do pray for these people, you're losing your job. Your job is not going to take the chance, or they can't afford to go out there and do your regular job without the health hazards and without the the ability to social distance. So they're just not even opening. So you're not making the money. $1,200 at a stimulus check, man. That's one thing, one time, and how much is that really going to help with the bills that you already owe on? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. So I'm, and I think they're going to do another round of stimulus checks. Hey, man. I digress. You know what I'm saying? Take it with a grain of salt, stay prayed up, and just hopefully things that will everything can be back to normal soon enough. But that's not, you can't make a real big dent in a lot of the bills that we have today with $1,200 or $40 a week. What is it? $40 a week? You break it down? Come on, man. The help we need is not going to come from that. That's just a little help, a little handout, and we'll take it. We'll damn sure take it. I took mine. I ain't bullshitting. If I was in the game, I'd have done a hell of a lot of, that's beside the point. But I got mine. I took it, and I was grateful for it. But, the bills never stopped, and the people that were needing it worse, they need more than that. They need the stimulus check. They need the food stamps. They need
I prefer that.
An increase in food stamps. Hell, people who had them cut, they need them reimbursed. They need the full amount, and they need them right back. Shit, you need to cut me some slack if I come in there for a loan. I don't need no high interest rate. Okay. I don't need none of that check cashing rate type stuff, and I don't need none of that. I need some real damn aid. I can't go to work. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. But like I said, we good, we healthy, we living, we working, we doing everything that we can do over here. But over here is, I don't know, it's accelerating more. We're not on the decline like it is stateside. So hopefully you're in a place where it is starting to decline and flatten out and getting closer or getting somewhat back to normal. Over here, it's still escalating. Those rates are coming back higher every day. New cases are coming higher every day, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. So, hey, Buff, what's up, baby? So I'm talking about, I told you what I told you. I ain't going to put it on here, but that was real. That was real. What you said and what you did, that was real. So, yeah, just, especially, Florida, just stay away from the beach. Just stay away from the beach. Just stay away from that damn beach. It's too many people. People congregate like that to the beach as soon as it get hot. As soon as it get hot. Where y'all at in Live Oak, Lake City? Outside of Jacksonville, y'all want to go to Springs? I don't know about the Springs. Springs, I don't know. They got the Springs, them little places you go get in the water in the back of somebody's store or some crap like that, go jump in the water. I don't know. I just don't see how any of that's safe right now. Who gonna jump in the water with a mask on? I ain't gonna jump in the water with no mask on. We'll get his that. That ain't gonna help me. Ain't gonna help nobody. Ain't gonna help nobody. Who was that guy last night? Tim Scott? Tim Scott from South Carolina? Boy, who? Tim Scott is like asking Freddie Jackson to do the national anthem like it used to be. He don't want to just sing the regular national. When they called on him, he don't want to just say his piece and go, hell no. He want to all that ain't in the national anthem, man. You supposed to have like 5 minutes to say what you got to say. He bragging on South Carolina. South Carolina got reduced amount of this. We going back in the, we're going to get South Carolina back on top. We got the least amount of cases. But South Carolina ain't as big as a lot of other places. There's a lot of country and wood out there in South Carolina. I appreciate him coming on there and saying what he's saying, but he is a Republican. So I don't know if he's a token Republican saying what is necessary or saying what was told to say as far as the highlights and the good things. Because when you got deaths it ain't gonna be but so much celebration because people still lost their lives. And of course, he apologized and said he's sorry for the deaths that we had. And one death is too many. Yeah, that's all well and good, but you still trying to edge toward the topic of we need to get back to work. We need to get back to work. We need to reopen everything. We would like to reopen everything, but it just don't fare in the safety of the employees. Period. So why bring it up? Why tempt anybody with something that you can't give them, and not safely give them? You can go back to work. You might have 42 hours to live. How about I don't come to work? How about that? Deal? Deal. You just cut me a check for what you can until you can't afford to pay me no more. If it ain't safe to go back, it just ain't safe to go back. South Carolina or any other state, But Tim, that was a good one. He was waxing eloquent. He was saying some things that made it seem like we had some benefits other states don't have. It's not safe to go back to work. It's just not safe to go back to work. And he used to talk and tempt people like that's something that you can start to entertain. You just can't. It's just not safe to do it. So I don't know who's all in that situation, who's being offered their jobs back, who's being offered to come and work certain industries or, essential workers or whatever have you. But, you got to take them precautions. If you're going to go out there, you got to take them precautions because it's not 100% safe. And there's no fail safe. They can only give you what they give you as far as a mask and gloves and distancing or whatever. I don't know. Stay prayed up. That's the best thing you can damn do. I ain't lying. For real. So, but like I said in the beginning, if you saw me at some point on here telling you, hey, this is not going to last long. Trouble don't last always. God got it. You don't need it. We don't want it. You can have it. Okay. Yeah, I said something to that effect. I did say something like that. But I wanted you to believe what I believe. And what I believe is when God see fit, it'll be what it's going to be. God's plan is the only plan I care about. God's plan is the only plan I got. I don't have no plan B. I got a plan G, and it come before anything else you talk about. So I don't really worry about it. I know you did. Thank you, Deucey. So I'm not going to come on here now and be like, yeah, man, just like I said. No, just like I initially said. God makes everything possible for a reason. And if God sees fit to have this thing done and over with, then that's what it's going to be. And that's what it's going to be. But I was definitely optimistic as to where he won't let this last longer than we can stand it. He won't let this last more than we can bear it. And that's what I meant when I said that. So if you thought it was going to be a matter of days opposed to weeks or weeks opposed to months, that wasn't for me to say. And if I gave that interpretation, well, then you read it wrong. You read it wrong. I don't know the time nor the hour, nor have I ever. It was written in the red words in the book that you wouldn't know when the end was coming for you. Well, we don't know when the end is coming for this. So therefore, don't keep no bag packs and, thinking you got to go somewhere. Don't make no move about nothing, but just don't worry for it. Just don't worry for it. See where this time that you now have fits in your life. Because it's something. It's something. You ain't seen it because you're too busy worried about leaving. You too worried about when the Wingstop place is going to be open. You too worried about when Maxway going to be open. You too worried about when the Big B going. You too worried about the Jiffy Store going to let you back in. You too worried about when Walmart going to let you buy more than 3 rolls of toilet paper. You too worried about that. But you thinking about something you can't control. You think about something that you can do nothing about. What can you do something about? And how come you got this time on your hands now? And where does this time go? Where should this time be put? Where would it be most utilized in your life? You ain't thinking about that right now. You're not thinking about that right now. And that's your fault. And that's your problem. That's your fault and that's your problem. You don't have this much time on your hand and it just ain't nothing to do. It just ain't nothing to do. My little baby Cathead, she hit me up. She hits me up nearly every day at some ungodly hour. Ungodly hour. Hey, Papa. Hello, Cathead. What you doing? Nothing. What are you doing, Cathead? Nothing. I'm bored. She's bored, but you know what time it is? It's like 3:30 in the morning, her time. Why are you even up? They don't have school. So what are they doing all day? I don't know. But apparently they must sleep. They must sleep during the day and then be up all godly hours of the night, bothering people in the other part of the world because we up or about to be up. So I can, I have those conversations with her. So I use my time to do that. Otherwise, I'd be telling her, cat head, get off this goddamn cat head, get off the phone, leave me alone. I got to go to sleep. I got to go to work. Cat head, I cannot talk to you right now. But I don't have nothing to do at the moment. I probably was asleep. So, but cat head calls. I'm going to get up and talk to her. Why? Why not? Why not? Ordinarily, yeah, I probably wouldn't be, or I got to go to work, or baby, I'll call you later, blah, blah, blah. She called, I get on up. You know, my mama has no concept of time at all. As far as she's concerned, it's morning all the time. So whenever she calls me, you know, she got a new iPad for seniors. The iPad for seniors is called Grandpad. Grandpad sounds like a weapon or something, right? It's Grandpad. So now she's learning how to work that, and she can do visual videos of me, but it got these big buttons on it, you know, so it's hard for her to mess it up. So now she's learning how to use that damn thing. And I'm telling you, she pushed that button thinking she's looking at a video, an old video, or looking at pictures, and she's dialing. She don't realize she's calling me. And because she don't realize it, she should be able to see me like I see you. We should be able to look at each other and have a video chat, whatever. But no, it's like half of her face, her head is down here. Hey, baby, good morning. Good morning. Hey, mama, what's going on? You know, mind you, it's 0 dark 30 here, but I'm going to talk to my mama. I mean, what I'm going to do? You know what I'm saying? I can't halfway see her face, but I ain't about to make her adjust it. We just going to talk and just look. Hey, good morning. Hey, mama, how you doing? Oh, it's good to see you. Man, I can't see none of you, mama, but let's just talk. Let's just talk, you know. Ordinarily, I wouldn't have the time. Ordinarily, this be a bad time. Ain't nothing but time now. I can sleep later, catch a nap later. I'm going to talk to my mama. I'm going to talk to Cat Head. I'm going to talk to Baby D. I'm going to talk to whoever it is that's calling me. Because, you know, the hour's not as inconvenient because, you know, we ain't going to work. We here. So, hey, Chartreuse. So, you know, I guess we'll take this time to, you know, get closer to our people, talk with our people, reach out to people we don't normally talk to or nobody don't have time to talk to and strengthen our family bond. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? You know, use it whatever way you see fit, but just now that you have time, think about the things that you normally would not have time to do. You can do them now. You can do them now, you know. I never looked onto the online classes, but I suggested that because it just sounded like a good ass idea. If you got online classes and people are checking registrations and seeing who enrolled and still can get you the information, the guide, the test, the quiz, and all that blah, 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 online, shit, there should be people coming out with doctorates and bachelorates. You could be summa cum laude. I don't know what the hell you can damn do. You can have all kind of stuff. Bachelor's degree, bachelorette, whatever the hell you do. You can be all of that by the time this whole thing come up. Like I said, now what kind of resume do you have to come back into the workforce when the COVID over with? I might get me a damn degree in COVID studies. I might have shit. I got 2 COVID. I got a Corona. I got a Corona Plus certification. I know all about Corona. If it come back, I'm gonna be, you know, I done studied everything. You know how much people talk about this stuff now because they look at it online so much? Boy, they know all the names of COVID-19. NOLA, what is it? Nolan code. Oh, we know every way to describe the coronavirus because they done watched it so much and seen it so much. Now, what if you was watching and seeing something you should actually be learning for your own benefit instead of just going around talking about how bad this disease is, how bad this pandemic is? Come on, man. Come on, man. Check your source. And that's how you determine whether or not you came out with something you can actually use, something you can actually utilize. If you was watching more of the things that's positive in your life, you'll have more of the things that tell people about what's positive in your life. You put it all negative, you're going to talk all negative. You're going to talk all negative. What else is there to talk about? All I did was complain to Ethel about how bad them damn children was. So hell, what can I tell you about? How bad her kids is. We just changed stories. We just made a day of it. Just talking about people in our life. You know? If you feel more positive in, probably more than likely, 9 times out of 10, positive is going to come out. But if you want to focus on the negative, focus on what's bad, sure, you can do that too. That's on you. That's on you. It don't make for a very welcoming story though, but most gossip is bad. I tell my wife that all the time. The best gossip is bad. The juiciest gossip is terrible. It's horrible. How many people got shot? Ooh, let me come over there. I'm gonna pick up some wings. I'm coming to your house. I got some wine and wings. We're gonna talk all about all that stuff that happened. Yeah, that's what we want to talk about. Let's fill our afternoon with that bullcrap negativity. Let's do that. The best gossip is the worst news ever. Trust and believe. And there's too much of that going on now. Lastly, I'm gonna close with what I always probably say is just pray for somebody else. Pray for somebody else. As bad as you got it, as bad as you think, there's somebody who's dealing with it at the worst end of the stick, the burnt end of the stick, they call it. You know, if you're getting reduced hours at work, somebody lost their job. So don't disregard that fact because it's true. You may not have it happening in your household, but there's a household dealing with a now non-working household. And that's even worse. Reduced hours opposed to no hours, I think you know the difference. You know, how bad are you going to feel about meeting somebody with no shoes if you run across somebody who ain't got no feet? Well, I think you're not going to be sorry about that long. I'd rather have no shoes than have no foot. Make the correlation and pray for somebody else in their situation. If you're not dealing with it, somebody else is. So be sympathetic and try to be mindful before you go to complaining too much or too loud because you may be switching spots with them soon. And you don't want that. You do not want that. Indeed. And that came up at an ideal time because I mentioned it maybe a week or so ago. Happy birthday to my sister-in-law, Barbara Jean Owen, that OG 90-pound gangster, still kicking and swinging and doing her thing, swinging and banging, and ain't got caught yet. You know, the story about her was brief because she was in the hospital, admitted into the hospital. Everything took a turn for the worse. Tapped out on the table in the middle of the procedure, but in the middle of all that, God had different plans for her. God had different arrangements for her, and he did not see fit for her to do anything other than tough it out, deal with it, buck up, ma'am up, and get your ass up off of this table and go home. She's celebrating her birthday today. She's back home with her family, and I don't know exactly what she's doing, but you know what? She is doing it. She is not anybody's reason to cry, nobody's reason to feel bad or sorrowful because she is alive and she's back. God has the final say. That's always the case. God makes what is going to be possible. That's all there is. You know, now you take your punk ass out there and put your faith in the man, go right ahead. I don't care what the man is, who the man is, what the job the man holds. You put your faith in the man, you're going to be disappointed and let down. Feel believe. She's sleeping. Well, so what? I hope she's sleeping and dreaming about smoking a joint. I don't care what she's doing. But she is home and she is doing that, and that's beautiful. Thank you, baby. And she is doing that. But like I said, at one point, yeah, we thought we was gonna, not be able to see her for the one last time. Well, shit, God had different plans, so we ain't even stressing that now because she is here and she's well. She's more well than she was then. So guess what? All praise due. All praise due. Always think about how you can pray for somebody else. If you got yours, pray for somebody who ain't got theirs. Pray for somebody who ain't got theirs. Damn that stimulus check. I ain't tripping on no stimulus check. You got yours. I'm so glad. I hope you get everything you want from that stimulus check. $1,200 is going to only last as long as it's going to last. And when it's gone, it's gone. Then what you got? Lord, I sure hope another. Everybody, you can sit here and pray if you want to. You better get your ass online and see if you can do some of that managerial testing for Wendy's because hell, they hiring after this shit all over. Ain't no meat too. Y'all heard ain't no meat, right? You do know that, right? Ain't no meat. Ain't no meat. Where the meat at though?
What you told me yesterday?
Ain't no meat.
What you told
I'm saying though,
You ain't talking
it's too bad though. It's too bad. It's too bad. You ain't never thought in your whole wide, broad way of thinking that you would ever be more, you'd be in a more advantageous state if you was learning how to live off the land, learning how to grow your own fruits and vegetables. You were never thinking about having you a little cow out there, maybe a little pig, little duck, little chicken. You ain't think about that, did you? You ain't think about that, did you? How much of an advantageous state would you be sitting here like I am right now if you had a couple of chickens out there in the yard making you egg, a couple of tomato plants out there, tater out there getting ready to dig them up, you know, little cow over there, you know what I'm saying? Boy cow, male cow, they make a baby cow. I got cow for days. Guess what? You also got food, meat, hamburger, rack of lamb, steak, all that. If you had how our old school generation had it, you had that. You had that. That conversation always went like, we going to mama and daddy and them mama house. We going to big mama and them house. They got chickens in there. We going to grandmama and them farm out there. We going to the barn, granddaddy barn out there where he keep this. And these people don't learn to live off the land. That time seems to have passed if it wasn't passed down in some type of business sense. You know, you didn't just start you a farm. You didn't start gardening. And for what? For what? You know why? Because I ain't got time to go out there and get my damn nails dirty digging up no damn taters because you planted them. But then you go get them. If you want to make your own fries, fine. I'm going to go buy a bag from Walmart because they done cut them up and sold them. I'm not going out there to dig up no potato to make no french fries for you. Boy, no. Boy. I'm not doing that. I don't know how to butcher a pig. I think bacon come from aisle 8. That's where it always comes from. That's where I'm going to get it from tomorrow. If you want eggs and bacon, we're going to go to Walmart. We're going to buy one of them plastic ass 2 dozen, and we're going to get us some damn bacon. Thick cut, slim cut, Smithfield, whoever you get yours from. I don't know. But I don't know nothing about producing, or generating the food that you buy because I'm not, you know, I don't live off the land. I don't have a farm. I don't do no gardening. I don't do no tending to. I'm not a cowboy. I ain't none of that. But that's too damn bad if that's what you're saying right now, because how much of an advantageous state would it be to have learned a couple of things from granddaddy, grandmama, big mama, big daddy, papa, nana? Because these people ain't really tripping about none of this stuff. Unless you're running low on fertilizer and seed, because you can plant and plow as much as you want on your land and have every vegetable you ever want to eat. And you ain't selling nothing. This is all for the house. I used to live on that type of location. My mama would grow everything. And people would stop because she had a garden in the middle of town. Her garden was in the middle of town. I don't know how the hell she got away with zoning or whatever. Maybe nobody knew about that back then. There was a grocery store and a parking lot over here. A train track ran across here, loud as shit, in front of our house right there. And to the right of us was somebody else's house. And then the Rigdon's Fried Chicken. It's like, this ain't no residential area, is it? And if it is, we shouldn't have enough room for no damn plants, mama. I digress. Nonetheless, the location was so close to the road, people would just be like, hey, those some nice, you know, greens you got going right there. Those some nice peppers you got going right there. You know, would you like to sell them? But she's not thinking about that. She just so barefoot in country. She's thinking, I see dirt, I plant stuff. You know, not a full-on farm. It wasn't enough room for no farm. I'm trying to tell you, we just had dirt near our house and she made it into a garden. And it was close enough to the road, people could drive by on gravel roads and be like, hey, these are some of the best greens I ever seen. Can I buy them from you? And after a while, she started selling them. You know, like, you know, but she grew up on a farm. She did not have room enough and land enough for a farm, but she used what area that was that had dirt, and she started growing vegetables. Good looking vegetables too, to the point where people wanted to buy them from, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, what I'm saying is, if you didn't grow up doing that, you had parents, grandparents, great-grandparents that only knew how to provide by their own by their own hard work. They lived off the land. They grew their own vegetables. They had animals. They had pets, and one day, all right, it's time to go pick out your favorite pig because we about to bust his ass down. We about to eat for a long time. We're going to eat for a long time off that pig there. We will butcher his ass or take it to go get butchered, whatever have you. But these were your animals that you raised for slaughter, and they provided food for your family. These people ain't tripping nearly as much as the people who live at Walmart, live on the bacon aisle, live on the hamburger roll, aisle 8. You know what I'm saying? Need eggs. So we need your chickens to lay them eggs because these people, the closest they'll ever get to a chicken is aisle 8 where you sell the eggs at. That's it. That's all they know. That's all they know. They're not in touch with that side of, existing, They way up there on the tree of life, on the chain of life, on the food chain. So yeah, somebody kills it and then I get the bacon. Yay. Somebody shoots it and then I get the hamburger. Yay. Yes, hot dog for me. As soon as somebody, kill, shoot, pack sausage, put it in the sausage case and then deliver it to me, then I eat it. But you don't know nothing about doing that. You're so detached from that as an existence. That used to be the only way once upon a time. It used to be the only way. And anybody who thought to put their mind to doing that are very well off now because that's been done so long ago. Those people are the families that now own companies, Tyson Chicken and Smithfield this and Roger Wood. Yeah, you buy the name brand, but them people, they'll never need money because they sell to people like you who will never get your hands dirty trying to get it. Another subject for another day. I apologize. I know I got long-winded, but you know what? I have been at that 3:30 in the morning gathering. It was at 3:30, maybe even about 4. All right, boy, wake up. That's my daddy waking me up to go outside because me, my little brother Corey, my Uncle Tony, my Uncle Abraham Lingard, Sammy Brunson, Daddy, Mr. Junior Brunson, who all out there? My Uncle James Drayton, my Uncle Spencer Drayton. A host of people is about to show up, and it's real dark outside. You know why? Because we about to shoot a hog, we about to hang a hog, we about to butcher a hog, and we about to gut a hog, and we about to make all the parts of the everything that goes in your refrigerator from scratch. From scratch. Am I yelling?
You are yelling.
From scratch. Now, as the day goes on, more people will come. But first thing in the morning, when it's still just for daylight, as we call it, this is us outside sweating, picking this thing, shooting this, cutting this thing. The smells are, you've never heard of them before in your whole life. You have never been exposed to anything like this in your whole life. And this is what we were doing. And I was there firsthand to see it done. I couldn't do it now if you paid me to, but I'm just saying. We was going to eat that animal that we've been feeding and taking food to and taking slop to and catching it and bringing it back to the pen and locking it back in and it getting away and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, now it's time for it to pay dividends. And we're going to do it ourselves with the help of some family, friends, strength, health, and a lot of beer. I remember a lot of beer cans being around there. Yeah, beer. That's when everybody had pocket rockets. Somebody was reaching in back pocket, about a pint about that big and pass it around, and we never ran out. I don't know how. I didn't get any, but I'm just saying. So through the drinking and the working, we had a pretty successful butchering. What it's called, a butchering. If you didn't have it, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. But I did experience that. I don't have that as a luxury now because that's considered a luxury now. Imagine if you can't get beef and pork, but you got a yard full of animals that you can make beef and pork out of. Well, bully for you. bully for you. You never go want them. So yeah. Whew. Hungry now. So anyway, I hope you got plenty of bacon and sausage and pudding if you're down south, and everything that a lot of people are gonna be without due to this COVID-19 virus. And maybe when everything get back up and running, maybe you'll know a little bit more about gardening and farming, and you can better prepare yourself and your family. So I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all stay prayed up. Those are the memories I'll never forget. And life is about memories, so make sure you create some for yourself. We pray for y'all. Y'all do the same for us.